Hello, everybody out there in podcasting land. It is episode 35 of the Dirty Balls podcast. I am your host, Ethan Binfield, and I believe the audio version just now started. And excuse me if my voice is a little bit weird in this. I had a cold last week. Anyway, co-hosts, introduce yourselves.
Jack.
I'm Jennifer Day.
I'm Alan Moody.
I forgot to do that before we started recording. Like I said, just got over a cold.
I feel like you did forget. I feel like I've heard that a couple times.
Okay, well, I'm going to start the podcast by talking about something very near and dear to my heart that some people did not understand, and that is the art of heckling. There is a very good, clever, funny way of making fun of baseball teams and players and umpires and coaches and etc., etc. There's also very stupid ways of doing that. And did you guys hear about this yet?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
I don't know that we heard a whole version of it, so...
Okay, well, Thursday night, I went to Kannapolis with Donna and Jeremy and Chris and Teresa and Adrian. And while we were there were some lads sitting a couple of rows above us who were, to put it lightly, taking full advantage of the Thirsty Thursday activities. These guys were throwing them back with both hands. Anyway, Tim Brennan, one of our pitchers, was not in the bullpen. He was in the dugout. And he was the pitcher for Friday night. You guys know that because you were there. And these guys that were sitting behind us started going, "Hey, 15! You suck! You suck, 15! 15's trash! 15 is garbage! 15 this, 15 you suck, you're bad, you're trash, you're garbage, this and that." Like, never one time did they ever say anything funny or anything reminiscent of a joke. They would just say that he sucks, they would say that he's trash, and then laugh as if they had just come up with a clever heckle. And it made no sense at all. And they were acting, I tried to get into their heads. I believe that they think that Tim Brennan is just some bench-riding schmuck that didn't get to play that night, when in reality, he's a pitcher. It wasn't his turn in the rotation. But these guys were up there going, "Why are you playing tonight, 15? You suck. That's why you're not playing tonight, because you're trash. Because you're garbage." Like, that's those just trash, garbage, and you suck were about the only things they could come up with. And I was like, "Well, because it's not his turn to pitch yet, that's why, you idiots." And I didn't say it out loud.
Why not?
I got them good, though, at one point. They were, at one point, they just gave up on even saying anything about him and just started going, 15! 15! 15! So eventually I went, "Why do you guys keep saying your IQ?" And
did they respond to that?
No, they didn't. I don't even think they might not have even heard it, or they might not have had anything to come back with. But then they left, and they came back, and they were very loudly cursing around children. And, I can't be too judgmental about language because I curse a lot, and so do you two. But
No.
Not out in public at the game around a lot of kids. They kept laughing as if what they were saying was hilarious, when in reality they just kept saying the same thing to the same player every single time. And here's the weird part. Some of the crawdads, they would then cheer for. Curtis Terry out there, he made a cool play. And they're like, and they started saying good things about him. And then every time Curtis came up to bat after that, they'd be like, "Oh no, but you're cool though. But you're cool though. That's a good hit, man. That's a good play, Curtis." And then they go right back to just, "You suck, 15. You're trash. You're garbage."
They really have something against the number 15.
Yes.
I don't know what happened, but...
And at one point, they suggested to Jeremy that they were going to insert his cowbell in a bad place. So
they weren't a fan of the cowbells.
No. Kannapolis hecklers, which is not something I thought I'd ever say, step your game up. I know that in past podcasts we have made a lot of fun of the Kannapolis crowds for being apathetic and quiet. This is not the noise we want. I'm not saying don't heckle. Heckling is fun. We do it all the time. But what do? We make jokes. We say things that are funny. We say things that are clever, or at least that we think are clever. They had nothing. So Kannapolis intimidators, heckling
You suck.
fans, you suck, you're trash, you're garbage. Step your game up. We need to turn on this light. I don't like this lighting. It's
I
dark
don't like
in
it
here.
either.
Okay. Well,
It wasn't my idea.
There we go. That's better. So, with that out of the way, we can...
that was Thursday night?
Yes. With very heavy hearts, because I lost my cowbell. I broke it. It was at the Friday night, the last Greensboro game. So, yeah, Friday night of the homestand. I was ringing it, and then the bell part just came off, and I was holding the handle, and I was like, well, that's never happened
Did
before.
you cry?
So I lost my cowbell. I did not perform a funeral for it, but I did have a moment of silence, and I don't know what I'm going to do to it. I'll send it down the river or something. It was a very near and dear to me because it had Adam Godwin's autograph on it, and now I have to get him to sign my new one, but that's going to take a while because Lakewood doesn't come back to Hickory this season.
Darn.
Bummer.
So what all happened on the last couple of days of the homestand, because I didn't go on Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday.
I don't know.
I don't know. You started in the middle of the
Yeah,
week.
you started in the middle of the week.
You
Now
can't
we're
just
gonna go
start in the middle of the week.
Did we have...
There are so much more better things. I know that doesn't go together. More better things happened earlier in the week.
Well, if you say more better things as two separate words, as in multiple things that are better, then it makes sense. But more better as two adjectives doesn't make sense.
I was using it as two adjectives.
All right.
More better.
Anyway, keep going.
much more better, gooder.
Much more better things happened because we started playing Lexington on Tuesday of that week.
Yes, we did.
And what does that mean, Alan?
Chase was in town.
Yay!
But yeah, I don't remember what happened. We were late to every flipping game but one. Yeah.
Chase hit a home run during that homestand, and we weren't there to see it.
Neither was I. We did. If you want Chase and you know what, clap your hands. And everybody in Section 108 joined in, and it turns out he wasn't even in the dugout to hear us. But we got a lot of looks from the dugout because they were probably thinking, wow, these idiots don't even know that he's not even here right now.
Because we, honest to God, didn't know he was. But, because if I was at the game before, the game started,
You'd have been watching him and known where he
yeah,
went.
we would have known that he was in the bullpen.
And he finally got his special signature.
What?
You Chase to sign the thing that you printed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he signed my
The Twitter blockage.
Yeah, my Twitter blockage screenshot. Yeah, try to say that fast.
Twitter blockage screenshot.
Fuck off.
Twitter blockage screenshot.
Y'all can lick him. But yeah, he signed that.
It's already been 3 years.
I know it's crazy because you know what we were doing 1 year ago today.
We were in
You
Texas,
got that right.
and now we're here.
So, but yeah, it was awesome. Chase was super cool guy. Just I don't know. I know after that we went down there and talked to him after every game, and Thursday he said, "I got some money for you," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I got some money for you to give to Red." So that was super, super awesome. Just out of the blue. And,
Out of the red.
well, yeah. And blue was involved. Because Jennifer was wearing her Royals shirt that night, and he asked me where mine was.
He said, how come you can't do that for me?
You had a royal shirt and a crawdad hat on at one point, which
No, I had
Really triggered me.
I had a
No,
Royals
he had,
hat on.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
it triggered me.
Because what had happened
because
was
he sweated out of his Royal shirt.
Jennifer got me this Royal shirt, and it's like super thick. I only wear it during the wintertime because I cannot wear it in the heat because I'll sweat like crazy. But, since Chase asked where it was, I said, I'll throw it on. And we got to go in. We got to go in early, but it was like pretty much for the season ticket holders at the same time. And Chase was finishing batting practice, and he came up, and we took a picture at the red seat. And, I had my Royals hat and shirt on. Jennifer had her Burlington stuff on. So we got a picture at the seat. So that's where the blue and the red came together. And during the game, I said, screw this. I got to go buy me a red shirt because, for one, it's Friday, and I got to go buy something a lot thinner. But I did keep my Royals hat on. So it was really cool to see him. I can't remember. I think we won 2 out of the 4.
Yeah. Friday night was a somewhat satisfying and somewhat disappointing 60s night because they did play a good amount of music, but not as much as I thought they would. It was very Beatles heavy. I would have appreciated a little bit more. It was British Invasion night, but that's pretty much the 60s. I would have appreciated some more Rolling Stones and even some Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, even though that's more 70s than 60s. But it was very Beatles heavy. I wish they would have played more stuff and had actual like games. They didn't even do a trivia for it. It was just music and a themed fireworks show. That was it.
I think that's my big grant so far this year with our organization or our team, that on our promotions we're not really promoting the promotions. If that makes sense. I mean,
we don't really do that much.
If you say that we're going to have a night dedicated to this one thing and you only do it twice, it's kind of a letdown. I mean, people see that on social media that, hey, we're going to have a British Invasion night and we're going to be playing British music and having, God knows what. You expect that kind of stuff to go on throughout the game. Movie trivia with British actors or whatnot.
They could have had British food there.
Well, I mean, the food thing, you have to understand that the crawdads don't control the food. So, the whole Thanksgiving thing.
I wasn't there for that.
You can't bring in Thanksgiving food for one night. I mean, that's out of their control.
What did they do for that? What was Thanksgiving night?
They smashed potatoes on the concourse.
You know what? We were late, but I saw an Instagram video that they handed out some potatoes.
Yeah.
They handed out,
which is hilarious.
You see that one woman in the video they handed it to, and she was like, so confused. She's like,
I love that. That's great. They should do some more crazy shit like that.
She's like, man, this.
I wish we would have got there early.
This boy just handed me a potato.
That's fantastic.
She looked so confused. It was great. I mean, some turkey legs. Could have brought in a different vendor for some turkey legs. I had a turkey leg at the race. It was delicious. But back to the theme night thing. There was a lot more they could have done, but I still liked the moderate effort they put in for a British Invasion night because, like I said, I like British music. If they would have had everybody talking in British accents, that would have really sold it for me. Maybe put a British flag next to the American and North Carolina flag just for the night.
But then we played Greensboro. We won 3 of the 4 out of that one, which we needed to win all 4 of them.
That's right. Take that, Greensboro. I know it's not a complete sweep, but 3 out of 4.
Again, it came down to umpires. But I mean, what can you do? You just got to play better ball and not put it in the hands of the umpires. So.
Yeah, because those aren't good hands.
Yeah.
Those aren't hands that would make an all-state commercial proud.
So, I can't remember any highlights. The one highlight I do remember is Miguel Aparicio had a inside the park home run. So, and then actually had a over the wall home run in the same game. So,
an inside the park home run and a traditional home run in the same game. I'm gonna put that on one of y'all's bingo cards.
Yeah, he was tired
for the future.
So, but and then I guess we're caught up to where Ethan started. So we went to Kannapolis, and then he met some fans that didn't know how to heckle. And then Friday night, we went down because they were giving away Bo Weeble's metal lunchboxes. And we were lucky enough to get one. And we're sitting there doing our thing as usual and ringing the cowbells. Well, I don't know what group was there. Some school group maybe, or church group.
High school from Hickory.
Oh no, kids.
Yeah.
High school kids.
And
I was only a high school kid 3 years ago, and I still hate them.
they came over and helped us out with the heckling.
Oh.
Not with the heckling.
But not so much heckling.
No, just the cheering.
The cheering, non-flipping.
Not
stop.
cheering. They were the opposite of the guys from the night you're talking about. Whereas they were just hollering people's names and numbers and telling them how much they love them.
Well, that's good. That's positive.
It was constant for like an hour. They did not shut.
stop.
It was like Lucas and you combined and given a shit ton of crack.
Ouch.
It was just non-stop. Who'd they keep yelling at?
So no
Curtis
nuance
Terry.
to it. Just yay this guy, yay that guy.
Curtis Scary. Curtis Terry.
Well,
he is scary.
Well, it shows that Chris has the same creative mind as a high
that was
schooler.
mine. That was mine. I came up with that.
Oh, okay. Well, we came up with a new chant on our first night in Kannapolis for one of our new guys,
Okay.
Jax Biggers. Be very careful when you say that name. Was hit it to the max, Jax.
Yeah, I think we'll use that one.
Well, Chris already said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot you were with Chris. But and then they.
I went above your head to the boss.
But yeah, they were just non-flipping stop.
Who else did they keep yelling at?
Yanni and
I don't know.
what's his name?
I see that Bull Weevils lunchbox. All right. Cool.
One of our pictures. I can't pronounce.
I don't know. And I guess it was Yuri.
Yeah, and then Josie.
Josie. Oh, it's like that. And then they were looking through. Heidi had one of the programs, and she let them look
I forgot
at
to
it.
mention Heidi on Thursday night. She was there too. Shout out to Heidi.
She gave them a program to look at, so they were learning their names and where they were from and hollering out.
And
How you say this? How do you say this?
And I turned around and I saw a kid with his hat on kind of backwards.
Like a rally cap style?
No, it was tilted. It was backwards and to the side, being all cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of yeah.
Yeah,
This
get
kid-
the papers, get the papers.
This kid
Yeah.
had the hat on and he had glasses.
Big, thick glasses.
Big, thick glasses.
Oh, like the Sandlot, like...
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah. And so I took a screenshot of Squints. Okay. And I
Who's
sent it
right
to-
in front of us, we got the pop.
Yeah, and I sent it to Jeremy, who was down at the end of and I said, Jeremy, look at your phone.
And
then these kids wouldn't shut up as usual. Oh, now they're talking about us. Now they don't like us.
Secrets don't make friends.
Yeah, and so
I don't think we're wanted here anymore.
We did that at that not Hurricanes, screw me, what was it? Checkers game. When that girl kept taking Snapchats of you.
Yeah. I mean, the picture that I took of the kid, because I tried to sneak it, it wasn't all that great, but this kid looks just like Squints. Oh my God.
Put it up there, Jennifer.
And
You can't see it that good.
and so Jeremy started laughing.
And Jennifer finally got one right. Those random black guys that she thinks looks like Bubba.
I didn't say this though. I'm not the one that picked it.
Okay.
And so we were cool enough to show the kid what we were talking about, and the kid had no idea who Squints was. And we told him, we're making fun of you, but we mean it in a good way because you're a character in the greatest baseball movie ever.
Top 5.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Send in those requests for reviews, please.
And so they had to leave early, and Jeremy's like, "Bye, Squints," it was awesome. And then when they left, I couldn't hear because the silence was so deafening.
Because they had been loud for
Oh
so
my
long.
God.
One of them was back there goes, "What's an RBI?"
Did you come up with something silly?
Huh? I don't think
There was a kid he didn't know nothing about.
Really big. What's an animal that starts with I?
Iguanas.
Really big iguanas. That's an RBI.
They were like, "Can I ring the cowbell?"
Jennifer said, "No, you got to start from the bottom." And use
I
the small
told them they had to
cowbell.
ring one of them little ones first.
So, in the vein of giveaways and theme nights, me and Jeremy came up with a very... Well, first of all, hey, crawdads, lunchboxes, good idea. Anyway, me and Jeremy came up with a theme night for the Kannapolis Intimidators next year, or whatever they will be next year. So, we have speculated, and everybody else seems to think the same thing, that the reason why the Intimidators will not be the Intimidators next year has to do with the Wicked Witch of the South herself, Teresa Earnhardt. So, me and Jeremy came up with an idea for next season where if they go to the Bull Weevils, if they go to the Ironheads, which is my vote, whatever they do, they should have a night. And they should have the first annual Screw You Teresa night. Now, there's two ways of going about this. The first way would be to send her an invitation that says it's a salute to Teresa Earnhardt, like a Teresa Earnhardt appreciation night or whatever, and get her there, and then ambush her with all this terrible nonsense. The other way to do it is to just send her the invitation that says "Screw You, Teresa Earnhardt" night, and see how she plays it. So, what the plan is we. The scene in Major League where they have the thing with the woman. Mm-hmm. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have that like out in the outfield, and
No, I don't know.
And we're gonna have like her face on the video board. It's like hit the bitch, win a steak, or something like that. And just all these things about Teresa Earnhardt. Have like a dunk tank or like a throw beer on Teresa contest or something like that. Just a whole night dedicated to dishonoring the terrible, awful, greedy, horrible person, Teresa Earnhardt.
I think that would be awesome.
I think
you would have a hell of a lot of fans come to that game.
that would unite the city of Kannapolis. Dale Jr. would be there. Carrie would be there. Kelly would be there.
Yeah. Let's make that happen, Kannapolis.
Please, and if you guys don't do
I
it...
feel like they can legally do that.
Why not?
Can you have a night to just dishonor somebody?
Now, it might be easier to set it up as a fake appreciation night.
I mean, you can have a night. Yeah, as long as it's not nothing illegal.
Just call it Teresa Earnhardt night, and then once you get there, you realize it's all negative. But people already know it's going to be all negative because who likes Teresa Earnhardt? But yeah, we're gonna have a dunk tank with a look-alike, or we might bring her up on the dugout and be like, "All right, Teresa, we're gonna have like a nice moment for you. We're gonna bring you up on the dugout and tell you something nice or whatever." And then when we get her up there,
so they string the hell out of her.
everybody throws beer on her or something like that. We just need some. But the thing
this all sounds real on the up and up.
But the face that says "Hit the bitch, win a steak." We'll get a local steakhouse to sponsor it. And we're going to put that on the video board with a big target. And at the concession stand, we're going to have her face on a dartboard, and if you hit one of her eyes, you get a free plate of chicken tenders.
Could happen.
No, we could not.
So that's our idea for Kannapolis next year. Please consider it. So for your consideration, Kannapolis, Screw Teresa Earnhardt night.
Everybody, make sure you get on Twitter and tag Kannapolis and let them know.
I meant to draw up uniforms for that night, but I didn't. I maybe tune in next week for my drawn-up uniforms for Screw Teresa Earnhardt night.
Can't wait for that one.
Sponsored by Ethan Benfield. Sponsored by the Dirty Balls Podcast.
Yeah.
Now, should we talk about the return that happened on Thursday, or should we go back to that later?
You can go ahead, because I've got some upcoming return that nobody really knows about.
All right. Well, there have been some transactions within the Texas Rangers system. Most notably, Tyler DePreta Johnson went all the way to AAA, but that might just be a temporary thing for like an injury or something. And brought
all the way to AAA to pitch.
And he pitches his first night there. It follows him around, and brought back up from extended spring training.
Yeah, because he was hurt before the season started.
Was my good friend Cole Enright. Coleslaw. One of only like 6 or 7 players that follow me on Instagram. One of only 3 or 4 players that I'm friends with on Facebook. Me and Cole Enright are just like this, y'all. He's my best friend in the whole wide world, except for you, Sam Huff. So he was, and Donna was particularly excited because he was her player, and she didn't know. She didn't know until we got there. Jeremy pointed at the lineup card that was out there and said, "Look who's playing tonight." She said, "No way!" And we're like, "Yeah, he's back." And she, was very excited for that, and we all took pictures after the game, and it was a very, very good thing. And we won our first game with him back. And when he was walking back in the dugout, Jeremy told him, "Hey, we're undefeated now that you're back, right?" We had funny moments with the team for the entire first game. Because those drunk assholes didn't really get there until the second game.
Well, Kannapolis, that's one good thing about Kannapolis, and I hope it's like that next year. We can interact with them there.
We sat the first row behind the dugout, and since there was no crowd, nay pop to be heard for anything, we sat there the whole time, and I just said stuff like, "Hey Tanner, are you going to be able to focus tonight in front of all these thousands of screaming fans?" And he turned around and be like, "Man, I don't know. It's going to be really deafening." Just fun things like that, and. There was a couple of times where Cole Wynn would do these weird little jigs, like just moving his shoulders around. I'm like, "Yeah, shake it, Cole!" And he'd turn around and look at me weird. But yeah, just fun interactions to be.
I thought you were hitting on him.
Fun interactions to be had with Crawdads players when you go to a quiet ass stadium like Kannapolis.
But I'm speaking of promotions for Tyler. Some down east movement happened. Joe Barlow, he got called up to the Rough Riders. And the Burnt Pineapple, DeMarcus Evans.
When was this nickname brought upon?
By his good buddy.
By his best good buddy, Tyler Phillips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were on live Instagram the other night, and DeMarcus had his hair up somehow and brought Tyler on with him. And Tyler's like, "What the hell is on your head? You look like a burnt pineapple." And I lost it. It was the funniest shit ever. So... and then I messaged Tyler and I said, "Really, burnt pineapple? That was funny." And he's like, "Did I take it too far?" I said, "Nope." I said, "But y'all were best friends. Y'all can do that kind of thing." And so when DeMarcus gets to Frisco, he does the panoramic of the greatest ballpark in America.
Love it. Still love it.
And
Wish I was there right now. This time last year we were.
He pans around, and when he gets all the way back around, there's Tyler waving at him. So, it was super cool to see those guys. I cannot wait, again, when these guys make it to the majors, and especially all these guys that we know that it's going to be on the same exact team as the Rangers. It's going to be so much fun.
You want to know the absolute coolest part about all this stuff, about this being the 1-year anniversary of us going to Texas? This is also the 1-year anniversary of the day that we arrived in Frisco very early in the morning after we were rushed out.
Nope, that was yesterday.
Okay, never mind then. But anyway, I saw on Facebook where you said thank you to Brett Martin for leaving us tickets. And it reminded me that this time a year ago we were, out in the parking lot talking to Brett Martin and him leaving us tickets. And now he's on the big main Rangers, which is so cool to know that just a year ago we had those personal interactions with somebody that made it big. And it's just going to keep on going. Because we have talented.
Today we ate an In-N-Out burger.
We have talented friends, and I was mean mugging for the camera in that picture right there.
I don't drunk.
I don't know what that was, but it was a year ago today. We ate an In-N-Out.
A year ago yesterday.
I didn't like it as much as Whataburger.
A year ago yesterday we had a good lunch.
Oh, Wild Pitch, right?
Yeah.
With our lovely server Jessica.
You still remember her name?
Well,
yeah,
because it's in the comments on that one picture. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Which means a year ago tomorrow is when we had that barbecue, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Ooh, yummy in my tummy.
So, but yeah, that trip probably the greatest in this.
Here we are reminiscing about Texas.
And then we had a trip yesterday because plans got.
You sound just as excited as I was.
The original plan was to go to Asheville because I want to get a beer bat.
And I love Asheville, and I was excited.
Yeah, well, I never said that we were going to take you, so I don't know why you got upset. But anyway.
Because you never said we weren't either.
You never asked.
So, well, we got to the game.
You were just like, buy me a ticket.
I said, all right, let's back up here. in Kannapolis on Thursday, I got a message from Alan on the Dirty Balls group thing that said Kannapolis tomorrow, Asheville Saturday. And I replied back, I'm already in Asheville now. I'm already in Kannapolis now. If you get me a ticket for Asheville, I'll go with you guys. And then no response. Not a yes, not a no, not a maybe.
That's 100% correct.
2 days later, we fast forward to Saturday morning. I sleep in because I'm super, have a super boring, depressing life, and I've sent in 6 job applications in the past week and haven't heard back from one of them. So what's the point of waking up early? Anyway, Alan, pick it up from here.
Well, let me step back. And Friday night, we decided that
He said, I'll go Saturday if y'all get me a ticket. There was no question. That was just a statement.
Which was never responded to.
Because it wasn't a question. We didn't have to respond to it. You should have come back like a day later and been like, so y'all going to get me a ticket? And we'd have been like, no.
Well,
You should have started looking for a job a long time ago. But you didn't. So now you can't afford to go anywhere. Life's lessons are hard, but you have to learn them.
Okay, Jennifer. Everything you just said is accurate, but you're Jennifer, so you're wrong.
That's right. We have to ask Jeremy to tell you these things because you love him this season and you're only going to listen to things that come out of his mouth.
I'll listen to everything that comes out of everybody's mouth.
Anyway,
You just don't follow any of it.
we decided to go to Asheville later on in the season for a surprise. Don't want to give it away just in case. Yeah. But so
Nobody's watching.
nobody's gonna watch, but still. So I was looking to see who all was at home because I wanted to go somewhere. We wasn't at home. I didn't want to go back to Kannapolis that day. And,
Like you can only go to Asheville once a year? It's Asheville!
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Asheville.
Once a year's fine with me.
Yeah.
How many times have you been to Asheville this year?
None yet, but I really want to.
I thought you already went there with...
No.
Oh yeah, I thought they already went to.
No, we haven't.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I think you did.
I wanted to go to Durham because I want to go for not a faraway trip, but a trip that we haven't had the mascot sign our card yet. It's a nice little trip to go ahead and get it out of the way. So I looked to see if they were home, and they were playing a day-night game, not a double header. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Usually you pay for one, you get two.
It's 2 7-inning games.
Yeah.
It was
Not this game.
two full 9-inning games.
2 full 9-inning games that you had to leave the very first game, like they do in Major League, and then come later on for the second game. And you gotta pay for that.
Just because they're bitches, they'd probably do that at Winston-Salem for a regular doubleheader. They'd be like, everybody get out and get a new ticket and come back in.
Yeah, 30 minutes later. But no, they had a game at 12:35 is the one we went to, and then 5 o'clock. And I asked Jeremy if he ever been, because he wants to go to every single ballpark in North Carolina this year, and he said he's never been. I said, well,
Hold up. All right. Okay. So one thing we forgot to mention during the actual podcast, so we're just going to put it in the middle where it does a little jump, is our home run updates from the time that we were away. So, Alan, go ahead.
Saturday, Joey had a home run. His number 17. Saturday, Chase Fallow had a home run. That was his 9th. Saturday, Sam Huff had a home run. That was his 19th. And Saturday, Austin motherfucking Riley
Austin 316.
had his jersey number 8.
Already.
Not his jersey, his Twitter handle.
Okay. And he got his first grand slam in his 50th at bat. Freddie Freeman has still yet to hit a grand slam in his major league career.
Really?
Really.
Wow. I did
So
not
we'll
know
put that in the middle. All right. Cool.
Whoopee!
And we're back.
Yay, I'm back.
And Jeremy said, he would go, so we took him, and then he was like, you know what?
I'll put in the commercial break there, though. There's nothing to do here.
Okay.
All right. Keep going.
And so on the way back, we went to Kannapolis. So we had 2 games. So we had a day and night game, and it was all right. We got to watch the fireworks.
Let's talk about Durham for a minute.
Yeah, that's why I was, just want to talk about it for a little bit. I'll let you talk.
Wait. Alan, if you had a natural segue, please get to it.
No.
Okay. All right.
So talk about Durham.
Let's talk about last year when we went to Durham.
Durham.
What was the highlight of that trip?
Not much. It was cold and windy, and it wasn't that great of a game. We had very slow service at Red Robin. I can't think of the food that we ate there was
What did
pretty
we
good.
eat?
I had a brat, and we had those beer cheese pretzel things.
And
right?
they were delicious, right?
Yes.
Oh, that was just a special for one game last season.
Really?
It was a couple games where
Well,
we were lucky
they
enough
had
to beat it.
specials at 9 games. I don't know if it was the same thing every time. But the fried pretzels were just a special for one or a few games last season. So we just got lucky. And we've loved those things ever since then. And we were going back to have them. But they didn't have.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, it was.
They did have a special of a chicken and waffle bowl.
Yes, for the 12 o'clock game only. So I had chicken and waffles.
Well,
Which
sometimes
was a waffle cone bowl.
sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Chicken tenders.
Sometimes it rains, and sometimes they don't have your food.
And I did get me another mason jar that I shrunk in the dishwasher. So now I got another one.
A
to
replacement
replace
one to replace the shrunken one.
Who what was the game? Was it Durham versus who?
it. The
Clippers.
The Clippers.
Columbus
And-
Clippers.
That would be
Indians.
The Indians. And
the Native Americans, Alan.
yeah,
God.
well, the Bulls routed them. It was really good. And my dumbass got tickets in the outfield where we sat last time for a 12 o'clock game. Yeah, it was hot. So we decided to move down to section 202 under the shade right behind home plate, which was pretty good. And they have a thing there that I would wish the Crawdads would do that we've done once before, where you can order your food from your phone and have it brought to you.
But you have to pay how much for that?
So I was getting so thirsty.
Why not? We have Lucas.
Well,
Exactly.
every once in a while. So, $3 for a bottle of soda, but then they charge you $2 for them to bring it to you, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. So, but
Not that bad. I had to pay like $6 for a 20-ounce soda at the race.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So we left there, stopped at Sheetz, got us some food. Well, we had to make an emergency stop at Sheetz.
So much of an emergency, you couldn't say the E at the beginning.
Yeah,
Emergency.
emergency.
Not an
Emergency.
not we had an emergency, but we had a emergency.
Kind of like Merc. Emergency.
Yeah, emergency.
Lucas must be lactose intolerant because he had ice cream.
He didn't have ice cream. There's another thing about Durham. It wasn't ice cream. It was
Dippin' Dots?
custard.
Custard.
Fuck that shit. That is some nasty.
Oh, you guys want to
stuff.
hear a good pun? Do you know the NASCAR driver Cole Custer?
No.
He has a YouTube show where he reviews custard. It's called Cole Custer's Cold Custard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, custard is gross.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Lucas didn't act up.
Lucas had the ice cream sheets.
Yeah. But during the game I got quite
That
a
was
few-
the emergency?
Yeah, he had a shit. I mean, and we got to the car, and then there was no gas station nowhere near us.
That's
that I could
always when it happens.
stop. Yeah, so he about went all in the back seat. So.
We told him to prairie dog it. He said, "I can't. It's wet."
But I got a message while we were in Durham. This is my my breaking news. Breaking news.
Do. What was our
Someone
breaking
will be
news
making
song?
a return
That was not it.
back to baseball on June 7th.
Turn to baseball.
I know who it is.
I'm gonna guess. Michael Jordan.
Exactly not.
Okay, all right. Who?
He looks kind of like him.
Direct your tweets at her, not me. Also,
but you know who it is, Sam.
also Andrew Jackson moment. That was a joke because she found some lookalikes of Bubba that weren't really lookalikes.
They were.
That
they did.
that wasn't a racist joke she just made. That was a reference to people she thought looked like Bubba. So there's an Andrew Jackson moment. For
So
you.
who's coming back to baseball?
I don't know.
You just.
He looks like Michael Jordan.
Just say it.
You
Bubba
already
is coming
said
back.
it.
Bubba is going to be off. He's coming back from his injury on June 7th.
Oh, okay. Wait, why do you think?
He doesn't. That was
He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't. That
was my hint.
That was the joke, because Jennifer is sometimes accidentally racist. Okay. Yes, full circle.
And Gene Casanova had his Tommy John surgery 2 days ago.
Please, there's no hate in her heart, just occasional ignorance. So
And he
don't,
said everything went good.
so don't get mad at her.
Nobody's watching.
Your mom is.
Only when I go over there and put it on her computer.
Okay. Maybe that's why none of the job applications, nobody's called him back. They're like,
That's
Keep
exactly
the dirty
it.
balls.
do a background check. Like, oh, he's got a podcast. Oh, no.
You put in 6 applicants, and our average views are 17. So, yeah, that's it.
So if we get 23 views on this podcast, we know where those extra 6 are coming from. So, yeah. Dumbass. Well, did that math not check out? 18, 19, 20 to what? 22, 23. I said 23. 6.
Okay.
Man. What were we in the middle of? Anything else about Durham?
Just that Bubba's coming back, and Gene Casanova's Tommy John surgery went good, so he's on the mend. So hopefully a speedy recovery for him. So hopefully we'll see him next year.
How's the weather in Durham? Was it hot?
Yes.
It was cold last time. The only time I've went.
And then I got Woolie's autograph. I got a red Sharpie on one of my favorite shirts because of Wooly.
Not Willie, like his hoodie,
Yeah.
but Wooly.
Okay. So, second part of that trip, I guess we already talked about, because that was the Kannapolis part.
Yeah, there wasn't much. Oh, the only highlight of the game yesterday, we got to talk to Tanner before the game, just like chit chat. So I always love talking with Tanner.
But we went back and forth. We went back-to-back home runs again on Thursday, which the Crawdads go back-to-back an uncanny amount. That's like the 6th time this season we've had back-to-back home runs.
But
Curtis and somebody.
We're sitting there at the top of 111, not the top, but the top of the first. Four rows from the dugout.
For those of you that haven't been to Kannapolis, the sections are very short.
And we're just sitting there because, it's been a long day already. And they do the musical chairs there. And we're sitting back in the on-field host. She's like, "Are you excited for musical chairs?" And
Don't tell this story when I'm not in here.
This kid says no.
That was doing it?
Yeah.
This whole group of kids was amazing.
And I'm like, oh my God. And then
one of them was like, the only thing I'm excited about is jerking the small people off the chairs.
and this one kid says, "I'm a herder. The only reason I'm a herder is because she's my sister." And I'm like, what in the world?
Were they saying these things into the microphone?
No. They were sitting right behind us. They were in the concourse.
That's where they go through the gate to get on the concourse.
Oh, I thought this was while they were already doing the thing.
No, this is right before they went down.
Well, that makes it a little less funny, but still.
And so,
this is the people running the little contest on the field. We're trying to talk to the little kids.
Oh, I thought they were already hosting it.
No.
That would have been better.
This was just funny for us.
Okay, all right.
And then...
jerking them off the chairs.
Yeah, the chairs. And
was there a long beat between, like, jerking them off the chairs?
And so... Well, I don't know her name, the on-field person, but she was trying to tell him, "Oh, you can't do that, you can't do that," and the kid's like, "You don't know me, you can't tell me what to do," and I'm like, "Oh my God!" And so,
oh, the youth of America, the worst and best.
And I'm like, these
world.
kids had to be like 7 or 8, if that. They looked about Cooper's height. And so they go on the field, and I get behind Jeremy. I said, "Jeremy, shit's about to go down." And he's like, "What?" And I told him, and he's like, "Yeah, I overheard a little bit of it." And so they played the very first round, and the little brother that was going to hurt his sister didn't get a chance to because the sister knocked him out.
There we go.
And so he was pushing him. He was pushing her. He was pissed because he didn't get to live up to what he had in his head that he was going to do.
Oh man, what a day for feminism right there. That's a hit.
And then one kid, I guess the kid that was going to pull the chair off from other people, he lost. And then he just straight face plant on the field.
Ah, the old Calhoun.
And he stayed there too.
And it was funny. They drug him on the other kids.
He stayed there until the end of the game, and then one of the other kids drug him.
But
the old Calhoun.
It was just, it was one of those things for us. Sorry you wasn't there, but if you were there, oh my God, it was funny. I mean, I have because I thought it was going to go down, so I videotaped the whole thing.
I had one of those you had to be there moments on Sunday at the race, and it's actually funny enough to tell on the show, but finish yours.
But I mean, I guess I'm finished. I mean, just like I said, those kids, they did not care. They were going to go out there and hurt each other.
And then one of the other older men that works there afterwards, he asked the on-field host lady, "Where'd you find those kids?"
Man.
Okay, so at the race on Sunday, we were leaving, and I already showed you the picture of me and that guy that had that shirt.
Yeah, did you know that guy?
No, I just saw him and went and took a picture with him because I loved the shirt. Anyway, this guy had a shirt that said "Fuck Denny" on it. Denny Hamlin. For those of you who don't know, my least favorite NASCAR driver and an all-around dick, asshole, terrible person. And anyway, I saw a shirt that said "Fuck Denny," so I went down there. It was in FedEx Colors, which is a sponsor. Took a picture of the guy. The friend that took the picture had a Denny Hamlin shirt and hat on, which made it even sweeter because he crashed and then we did that. So anyway, after the race, I'm sitting in the very back seat of the car, and right in front of me is my friend David, who doesn't go to a lot of races, but he still knows like the cars and who everybody is. So this woman, and the windows are down, everybody can hear our whole conversation. Woman walks by in a FedEx shirt, and David goes, "Fuck Denny Hamlin," really loud. And she turns around and sees him and just keeps, and was like, whatever, he's drunk, and keeps walking. And then he turns around and goes out the window. And this whole entire time, he built it up as if there was going to be a huge punchline. But then this is what he said. He went, "I hope you don't get your packages from FedEx because they won't get to your house very fast." And then he stopped as if he really got her. And then we were all like, Is that it? He's like, I mean, yeah, she's already... And then we just lost control laughing because it was so funny because we expected such a big punchline, but then the only thing he had was, "I hope you don't get your packages from FedEx because they won't get to your house very fast."
Yeah.
That, David, you should go to a game in Kannapolis with your new friends, who I talked about at the beginning of the show, related it back to baseball, because I'm a genius.
Wow.
Okay, I am very excited about the promotions this week, especially the promotions towards the end of the week, but we'll get there in a minute. Pull up that list and let's talk about it.
It is promotion time.
Promotion time at the Apollo.
So, Apollo. Nice.
I'm on it today.
Why did he say that?
Promotion time at the Apollo.
At the Apollo.
Promotions in Apollo.
There used to be a show.
Yeah.
So I used that as a way to... You'll see. Talk about it.
So tomorrow, Monday the 3rd.
ABC $2 Monday?
Yeah, it will be somewhere. Delmarva, which we're not going to now.
Oh, you said Dale, we're going to get sued.
Oh, damn it. Oh, the internet's not working.
Anyway, we're playing West Virginia.
Do you have the promotions? This
We got the
Charter Internet sucks ass!
Spectrum!
We're playing West Virginia. It's
here
Make
we
a
go.
Difference Monday.
Spectrum. Yeah,
Something about...
Make a Difference Monday. A
Paper
nonprofit
towels.
is Safe Harbor Homes. Bring toilet papers, paper towels, bottles of water, get a free ticket. The game is at 6:30 tomorrow. So
We won't be going.
Why not?
Me and the children won't. Alan can go.
Lucas has
one last EOG. So he needs to get to bed early.
Wait, his EOG is it on Monday?
That was
Is
on
it-
Tuesday,
okay,
so
it's
he
on
needs
Monday,
to get
who
home
cares?
Monday and get to sleep.
Yeah, because I would if I was the school system, I wouldn't put an EOG in on Monday and make the kids have to do all that studying over the weekend then. But it would get them out of the way quicker. Anyway, more promotions.
What are you doing, weirdo?
Well, they don't. Oh, okay, I got it. Never mind.
Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah, I'm only seeing 2 power faces for promotions. So it's Monday and Tuesday, but I know why now because Wednesday is a day game, so that's really not a promotion for nobody. But on Tuesday, games at 6:30. $1. It's Dollar Dog Tuesday, so you know hot dogs are $1. Craft pints and Pepsis are $2. So there you go. Wednesday, 10:30 game.
Yep.
It's an education day. We're going. Because Lucas is a little badass and he got suspended so many times for school they
He's
won't let him
not
on the
allowed
bus.
to go on the bus for field trips, so we're just going to take him
We're just gonna
anyway.
And then we got plans that afternoon to go to Asheville. Not for a game though.
Not for a game, calm
We'll
down.
talk about it. You can go with us if you want, but you know whatever. It's not. It is for baseball, but it's not baseball. Thursday, 7:00 game, and it's Thursday.
You know, the Columbia Fireflies, who are just, it's a hole in my heart that they don't have my favorite player anymore.
Fuck that. I'm glad we don't have it. Thursday. So you know that's Thirsty Thursdays. So get you 22 ounces for $1.
And it is also
What is it also?
50th anniversary of Woodstock. That was a huge concert.
I know what Woodstock
And
was.
that was way before your time, like way before.
way
your time.
before.
Yeah, I
It
knew all
was
the
before our time.
I knew all the British invasion music, and that's at about the same time period.
So Friday.
Friday begins!
My favorite! We're finally doing a Copa series!
It is time for the Llama
Llamas!
Paloozas!
That's your... Okay, alright, you can.
We got the llamas in the back.
Yeah!
What's that old llama's name?
Apollo.
Apollo.
Wait, didn't it used to... You changed the name of the llama?
No, this is Apollo. You
Oh,
can get Emerson.
that's a
too
different
if you
llama.
want.
Well, Emerson's from last year. Anyway, show us the other llama. What's his name?
Oh God, you done that.
Oh,
That's
the
what
llama?
can of worms.
Yeah, that llama?
This is Senior Llama.
Alright, okay, now go get
Senior Llama.
Emerson. Anyway, we...
And this is Camel.
This is
His name
Camel.
is Camel.
Camel the llama. That's clever. Alright. Friday starts the Copa series.
Yay, Copa.
Woo! De la Diversion, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm not quite sure. It's a good thing that our name is something you can still say easily in English.
Yeah.
Where's
It's
Emerson?
it's okay.
Alright, it's okay. Alright, you're done.
That's
You're
what
done.
Emerson looks like.
Yeah.
Emerson looks like that.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Llamas.
Llamas!
Alright, thank you. Thank you. That's Cooper Savage. You can find him on YouTube. Now get out of here.
Wait! Ladies and gentlemen, Cooper Savage now likes baseball
Yeah, we did it.
and has been making some appearances at the Crawdads game.
And he will make a special appearance on Friday. and
Friday
Saturday.
because
Friday
Friday
and
and Saturday. Yep.
So come out and
And I'll be
see
bringing Apollo.
your favorite YouTuber. I don't even know what he does, but I'm sure he's already got more views than me. Cooper Savage.
Deuces.
Thank you very much. Deuces.
Kick rocks.
You were
Thank
great.
you for
You
the
were-
special appearance.
I guess we'll give you your friends back so you can...
Can Senior Llama stay here?
Yeah, he'll stay here for the rest
Oh,
of the
that's like a
show.
perfect placement in
Yeah, both of them
the
can.
video.
Alright, cool. Alright. So, Friday
Yee
is the first game of the Copa series.
It's a most improved student night, and it's also a ticket
That's
offer for Catawba Science Center night.
I never liked most improved student like at the award show because that's just like, hey, you were shitty in August.
You're doing better now.
It's a Friday night, so we have fireworks, and they also will have live llamas at the game.
I didn't even know that.
So Saturday we continue to be the llamas. Game time is at 6:30. I hope we tailgate because the first 1,000 fans get a bobblehead. We get a bobblehead this year. It's going to be Conrad riding a llama.
I don't know what else you could ask for.
Prayers
I mean,
answered.
Honestly, I am super excited about that.
Oh man, I hope I have gas money because by Friday I'm going to be out of gas. I have tickets, but by Friday I'm going to be out of gas, and I still don't have any money because I still don't have a
I
job.
don't remember what episode it was, but one of the first couple ones I told you to
I know you
lock this job shit
did.
down.
I know you did.
Well,
So Sunday, church bulletin Sunday, we will still be the llamas. You know, bring your church bulletin. You know all about that. Hospitality night, they're gonna, if you work in the hospitality service industry, bring your ID, get a free ticket. So, and it's the Father's Day celebration. All fathers get in free for being a father. I mean, you know.
They get in free, are you sure?
Stop by Academy for your chance
Yes.
to be named Crawdad's dad of the game.
Oh, and for the
and throw out a first pitch.
in honor of Father's Day, we're going to be changing our name for a very short period of time to the Hickory Crawdads.
That would be funny as hell. That would be funny. In the Copa series, just for Father's Day, we are the Crawdads.
No, what I'm saying is on the last day of the Copa Series. Like, and in honor of Father's Day, for the next 20 years, we're going to be naming our team the Hickory Crawdads.
So,
Well,
no, that's it.
Oh, that's it. All
That's
right.
it.
So
That was
Friday.
through Sunday.
Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the
We
Copa
are
Series.
the Llamas.
I'm not sure if Colombia will be their Copa
I
identities.
think that's what people. I think that's what
that's
they've
what they
been
usually,
doing.
but I don't know because the Wood Ducks are whatever the hell you say duck is in Spanish. They're that every single Sunday. So
Whatever the hell you say duck is in Spanish.
So, but there's your promotions. Come on out and pet you a llama Friday night and get you a bobblehead Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Crawdads fans, people who have stumbled upon this video because you saw 3 X's in the title, what I need for you is if you come to one game the whole year, if you decide to see one promotion all year long, come out and see the Llamas this weekend. Pack the stadium. The Copa Series, it's on. It's going to be great. And Jennifer Day, please. I guess because we're... Do you have anything else to say? I don't have anything else
I'm
to
sure
say.
we missed something, but we should take better notes.
Yeah, we need to do that.
I do want to give a shout out to Durham. I saw they're doing a Pride Night. I think that's going to be a cool looking jersey with the logo with the rainbow on it. I think a lot of companies don't give a shit about Pride and just change their logo to, look more cool and, capitalize on this and get people to go buy their stuff when they really don't give a rat's ass. But I think Durham actually does care, and I think Durham actually does want to get the LGB, whatever the other letters are, community to get out there and go to the game. And,
LGBT.
there we go. Well, they add some and take away. It changes a lot. But yeah, Pride Night at Durham, that'll be cool. So, go out there. I don't think that'll go over that well with the older crowd. But, times are changing. Jennifer Day, please take it away.
Okay, in Kannapolis, me and Lucas had to go get some lemonade. And we happened across the cotton candy booth, which is the What the Fluff Organic Cotton Candy.
Good title.
I happened to notice on the side that they have alcohol-infused cotton candy. So
And...
I thought that was pretty cool. I got the Fireball kind.
Ugh.
They had apple pie moonshine too. But you do have to have your ID to get that. But Lucas happened to get some, not alcohol-infused, but he just got some regular cotton candy. It was strawberry lemonade flavor. And I just happened upon this picture on Facebook that they had taken up and put up there. And it
I
says,
took a picture of him.
yeah, they take a picture of everybody that buys cotton candy. But hold on, let me get to the funny part. It says, What the Fluff, a water stick with a giant What the Fluff organic cotton candy flavor and a Kannapolis Intimidators baseball game. Can it get any better than this?
And
Fluff
Lucas
it up.
is wearing a bunch of crawdad stuff.
Well,
And it
not a
says
bunch,
Kannapolis
because
Intimidators.
No, not a bunch.
Because he had the Durham Bulls Copa shirt on that he had bought at the Durham game.
Flipping awesome.
Yeah, but he does have the Crawdads hat on, which is pretty funny because, it was the Intimidators game.
Well, they don't have fans of
there
their
it
own,
is.
so we got to do the best we can.
With the hat. Probably not very focused.
But they will have fans on Screw You, Teresa Earnhardt Night.
So, but yeah, wear red on Fridays, and if any more baseball players want to donate to red, let me know.
Join Chase Below and the coolest players in the world club.
You will have a huge fan for life. I guarantee you that.
You will automatically start hitting 400 or pitching a 2 ERA if you donate to red. It's going to be great. You're going to steal a lot of bases, hit a lot of dingers, and chicks dig the long ball. So you'll be getting a lot of something else too. So I guess that's our episode for the day. Happy Pride Month for those people out there listening that might be Oh, come on, Alan, don't be like that. I don't think anybody's listening anyway, but, if you are part of that special community that's having... Alan, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be inclusive.
You said special. You didn't say special.
Special like they're because it's the month. It's their thing. I'm trying to be inclusive. I'm trying to be a nice liberal. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the Dirty Balls podcast. Jennifer, Alan, myself, we had a great time doing it. Sorry we didn't have an episode last week, but I was at the race. I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day and remembered the real reason why we celebrate it. So that's been episode 35. Peace.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Deuces!